All the garlic's gone now.
St Fagans was opened in 1948 and has moved over 40 historic buildings from all over Wales.
I do like these roads where trees form a tunnel.
It's just lovely. There, straight ahead.
The first thing we came across was this pigsty, which was built towards the end of the 18th century and rebuilt here in 1976. Do you remember two-rog bread? No, neither do I. Apparently it was all the rage back in the 1950s. This post office was built in 1936 and is claimed to be the smallest freestanding post office in Wales. The original location for this building was the Hawk and Buckle Inn at Denby. It was built in the late 17th century and painstakingly rebuilt in 1965. The Gwalia stores came from the South Wales industrial valleys. They were built in 1880 and originally located on Commercial Street of Vale in Glamorgan. Now what you see here is how they would have looked in the 1920s. They were moved to St Fagans in 1988. Oakdale Workmen's Institute is a public building originally erected at Oakdale, Caerphilly, Wales in 1917 for the use of coal miners. The purpose was socialising, education and culture. It was eventually closed in 1987 and 2 years later dismantled and moved to St Fagans. The Tillery was built in the late 18th century. It specialised in making heavy leather for boots and horse harnesses. The sawmill was built between 1868 and 1892. This building houses a gorse mill, which was powered by water. One of the most memorable buildings that we saw was St Tilo's Church. It was built in the late 12th and 13th century. It was rebuilt on this site in 1988, and St Fagans refurbished it how it would have looked in around the year 1530.
In 200 yards, turn right and then turn left at the first road.